I was allergic to resin. I was allergic to certain solvents. I was allergic to acrylics. I was basically allergic to everything in dentistry. I was in dental school and allergic to a career I hadn't even started yet.
We don't get clinician burnout because we're practicing dentistry or medicine, nursing or dental hygiene. No. We get clinician burnout because while we are practicing our craft, we're also trying to figure out our personal lives and our professional lives. And that sometimes can be very overwhelming. And this is what tonight is about.
When I met Mrs. A in urgent care, I gained not only a new patient, but an angel. She arrived for all of her appointments early, toting a broken smile and an untarnished spirit.
My brother and I, we were baby boomers, and we grew up in the 50s, and I guess Dickens summed it up best. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. At times, a time of wisdom and a time of foolishness. Well, we were the ones involved with the foolishness.
My dad was murdered. This isn't something that I say out loud very often. Sometimes it's hard for me to even admit it to myself.
Well, he said, and I knew what was coming. I got the sample I needed, and I looked, and I looked, but all I saw were harmless fat cells. I wasn't sure what I had just heard, but then a little smile came over his face. Have a nice weekend.
The idea for Behind This Smile started when I received this very authentic email from a student asking me to help their class stay positive so that they could successfully finish and keep going.
We're giving people a platform to share what they want to share. A lot of the stories that were shared were clinical, a lot of them were not. A lot of them were about their people's backgrounds growing up, and a lot were about specific encounters that they'd had in the field of dentistry.
So when they came to me with this idea, I was blown away by it, and it was, how fast can we do this? The thing that's made this program different is, first of all, we're the first dental school to do this. And in looking at some of the other medical schools that have done this, theirs is of a strictly clinical focus, whereas we wanted to be very inclusive. I think the original estimate on the first one we did was maybe 20 to 30 people would show, and we had 200, 250 people, and we were turning people away.
All the reactions were positive. Everybody was surprised that a program this close to heart existed at the dental school.
You know, we learned a lot of technical skills, but I mean, there's a lot to be said for the relationships, and that's truly what changes who you are and how you practice as a whole.
Being able to connect with the audience is so important, and just explaining to people that we're not simply dental robots or medical robots, but rather we have our own unique experiences and attributes that bring our own abilities to the table.
This event is really providing a very safe place for students, faculty, staff to share their experiences, their emotions.
There were moments when you'd have a few tears in your eyes, and then the next presenter you would be laughing. There was a lot of empathy on my part when they were telling the stories, because I felt like I had lived that same story at some time during my career.
The Behind the Smile gave us the opportunity to really put into practice the things that we believe our students, our faculty, our staff need every day in what they do, and interacting with each other and interacting with patients to combat the tendencies of burnout that is so prevalent in health professions education.
Dental school has been this time where I've met all kinds of different people that maybe have different worldviews than me, and so listening is at least the first step in understanding someone else and kind of building that bridge to be able to communicate effectively and effectively care for somebody.
Do I think I'll have a story to tell? I don't know, maybe. We'll see.